Have we got sound? Yes, we've got mic. Evening peeps, welcome back to the channel. You've just seen the We Are Driven intro. We Are Driven team still pushing Archie's journey, still pushing Bradley Lowry Foundation. Get yourselves over there, click all those like buttons, get yourselves on We Are Driven, go get yourself on there. Sign up to get yourself on justgiving.com/campaign/Archie's journey. Go drop a donation on there as well. Yeah, and get yourselves over to We Are Driven. Find out what's happening, go get involved. So tonight, round 6 of the Team Oliver Racing Gr3 League continues. Live from Red Bull Ring tonight. Dry race for race 1. Wet race for race 2. What's happening here? I'm getting tangled. Oh my god, everything's falling down. Oh my god. That's alright. We're still in one piece, people. So yes, I tried to get the scores up earlier. I couldn't, it wouldn't let me on the website for some reason. So I've got no scores for you tonight, so we're just going to have to watch some racing, unfortunately. But yeah, round 6 live from Red Bull. 2 races for you guys tonight. I forget how long race 1 is. Completely the wrong end of the chat at the minute because I was looking for the links for the websites. So race 1 tonight. Let's just get ourselves in this lobby. Merch available, people. T-shirts, stickers. Get yourselves in the lobby. Race 1, 15 laps, 100% of fuel. Any tyres you can use for this race. No mandatory pit stop. And then we have a little bit of a break. Top 3 have to increase their weight by a little bit, and then we jump into race 2, which is going to be a wet race. 22 laps, 70% of fuel they start with as well. So obviously wet race, they're going to be using the inters and the wets. Qualifying's already kicked off, so we will get ourselves on board with a couple of drivers and see what's kicking off. There's Potter McPot, lobby host. Let's turn the usual on for you lot. Let's see who's out then. So a Baz, first man out on track. Let's have a little flick through as well. Not done that, not really spoken about drivers at all. Quite a full lobby tonight, let's hope it stays like that. Whoa, a little bit wide there for Baz as he comes around that final turn. Penalty for V-Show. Bobby just going quickest overall, a 127.6. Racer now taking second at 127.6 as well. Ace Killer third, 128.2. I'm sure these times will change. Jambu fourth in the Porsche, 128.3. G Marge fifth, 128.3. Baz on that 128.8 pushed all the way down to 6th then at the minute. Brinky in 7th, 129.1. Potter McPot. Someone's just gone quicker. Dynamic Styles, 127.6 he's just put in for top spot. So Potter McPot then 9th, now 129.9, but only 2 laps in, just staying out of the way there. V-Show 12th, oh, it's all over the place. Drivers chopping and changing position. Current pole sitter Dynamic Styles then on 127.6. See if he holds on to that. He's not got the greatest of leads over RAA Bobby. The Killer Ford he's decided to drive. Maniac. Why would you do that to yourself, Bob? Great big heavy Ford. Does he go any quicker? No, 4.8 seconds down that lap. So the Race Asylum drivers, all the RA named drivers, doing quite well. First, second and third on the grid so far. Jambu, oh, Bob getting in the way of everybody. Jambu holding fourth then in the Porsche, 127.8. Ace Killer in the BMW. And threes on a 128.004, fifth position. Gr3 6, 128.3. 6, Elvio Tricks, he's on a 128.5. I believe another, you're another Race Asylum driver, Elvio? Not too sure. Seventh though, Fat Pickles in the Lexus, 128.7. Baz 9th, 128.8. Perzel 10th, 129.0. Brinky in 11th, 129.1 then. Potter McPot 12th with that 129.9. Visho 13th, 130.2. And Philo doing his usual, driving around the track in first gear, burning off as much fuel as possible. So he's got it pretty much down to half a tank. Let's have a flick over to Visho, see what he's holding. Yeah, so he's still got 3/4 of a tank on, just about. So you'll see Philo come through right at the end and start putting in some silly laps. Maybe even sticking it on pole, we'll see. Getting rid of all that fuel. Dynamic Styles then, he's put another 127.3 in. Another 127 even, so he's gone quicker again. Trying to cement his pole position. Bobby in the pits, he's managed to pick up damage after that collision we saw. He'll be out of the pits and repaired. Gecko Racer stays out on track, not too much wear on those softs. Not going for it that lap. Potter McPot then, he now goes quicker. Fourth position on grid, 127.8. Jambu as well, 127.8. Oh, I'd already put that in underneath. Ace Killer 6 now, 128.0. Can he get any quicker? Fresh set of tyres on, we'll see. This is his out lap, so it won't be this one. Gmarge 7th, not managed to better that 128.3. How are we all doing anyway, people? We all right? I can see you all watching. Gmarge then coming in for another set. Elvio in the Nissan. A little bit of wear on those softs. 128.4, slightly a bit quicker than his previous lap 2. Was that one blue as well? Stick with him. We'll go for a little bit of a lap round. What are we? 8 minutes into quali. Plenty of time left to go for a lap on board then. Just see what Elvio Tricks puts in. Does go quicker. 128.1 then. 7th. Gets himself in front of Gmarge. Alright, who's out on track near the start finish straight? Come on. Find that driver. Where are you? Come on. Here you are. Here we go. Philo. Perfect. So, perfect timing. He's on a hot lap. Gmarge, how you doing, brother? Don't crash. Hard on the brakes into turn 1 then. Great big dimple of the curb on the way in. It's unsettled him a little bit. Turn 1 then down through the little kinks right and left, back up the hill into turn 2. Again, just as awkward this one. There we go, purple sectors from Philo. Off camber as they run up the hill. Got to be careful of those great big yellow sausage curbs. They don't look much, but yeah, they'll throw you all over the place. Down the hill then, through the little kink left, down towards turn 3. Braking just before the marshal's hut and the barrier. Running it out as wide as you dare without sticking it in the sand. And blasting down towards turns 4. Not quite catching the apex that time. Still clean enough on the exit though. Down into turn 5. Across the apex of that turn. Try not to run it too deep again. You don't want to pick up a penalty. Last couple of turns then hard on the brakes into the penultimate corner. Oh, just about keeping himself on track through the little final turn. Back on the power. What's he got? 124, 125. So 127.4 puts himself in second. So that was a good time to go on board with Mr. Philo there. Potter and Bobby, I think, went to meet Mr. Philo and possibly a couple of the other Race Asylum drivers the other week. That's enough of you, Philo. Dynamic Styles then still holding on to that 127.3. Philo is only a 10th behind him. Grabbing a great big pile of penalty as well there. Philo then at second. Bobby third. Not managing to beat that second lap, 127.6. Gr3 Racer in fourth, 127.6 as well, lap 2. Ooh, someone just going quicker. Ace Killer stuck in a 127.613. Gets third position on the grid. Still a couple of minutes left of quali. Ooh, picks himself up a penalty though through turn 1. No doubt happy with that third so far. Not many other drivers have moved around really. So Bobby gets pushed down to 4th. Gr3 Racer now 5th. Brinky's got a decent time as well, 127.8, 6th position. Potter McPot 7th, 127.8. Can he go any quicker before the end? Oh, he's a bit slower this lap. About a quarter of a second at the minute. Still got plenty of life left in those softs to go for it again. He's being chased by Jambu on track and on the grid at the minute. Oh, a little bit wide for Potter. Does he get away with that? Does he pick up a penalty? Away with it. 127.9 then for Potter. Gets to go again. LVO Tricks then in 9th. 128.1. G Marge 10th. Just had him in the chat saying hello. 128.3 he's just put in for us. Lone Wolf Racing. The LWR logo on the side. Baz then currently 11th. Fresh set of tyres on board though. Minute or so to get around. 2 minutes he's got left to get around and stick a second lap in, so he'll get round. He should get round in time. Laps only being 150s, 140s with a pit stop. Perzel 12th then, 128.5 in the other family liveried Porsche, the Berghardt liveried for Porsche. Yeah, he said Ferrari, that was last season. Vicho then in the Mercedes 13th, 128.6 on lap 5. Fat Pickles just going quicker there, 128.6, also just coming in the pits. 14th on the grid. Gr3 Racer now going quickest, 126.8. Half a second quicker than Dynamic Styles. Are we going to see everyone start putting silly quick times in now then? Fuel depleted, cars are lighter, fresh set of tyres on. Dynamic Styles then. I bet he thought he got that in the bag for most of that qualifying. Just a minute left on the clock now. It's only just been taken off him by Gecko. Philo then still on his out lap. This is going to be his quick lap. Like I say, it's he always does this. He likes to do this. His His last little sneaky Philo. He has been named it before. Jambu goes quicker. 1:27.5, fourth position. Again, Potham at Pot going quicker. 1:27.5 as well. Ace Killer now from third all the way down to sixth with that 1:27.6. Still out on track though. Gets to have another go. Fresh set of tyres on. Somebody to get a little bit of a toe off as well. That's Purzel in front. It's Purzel on a hot lap. Looks like he could be. Oh no, he's stayed out of the way of Ace Killer. Ace Killer not too far down, but picks up a wheel around that turn. That might slow him down a little bit. Bobby then 7th, 1:27.6. Brinky 8th, 1:27.7. Also just going a bit quicker there right at the end. LBO Tricks 9th, 1:28.1. But again, these times could all suddenly come tumbling down as everybody's decided to put their fastest laps in right at the end, as has G Marginal at 1:28.2. 10th, as 11th, 1:28.4. So we are over the timer then. We're nearly 16 minutes into qualifying. Still got drivers out on track. So V-Show 13th and Fat Pickles 14th. Let's get ourselves back up to where's Philo out on track. 1:27.1, so not able to go any quicker. Gecko on pole then. Dynamic Styles 2nd. Philo 3rd. Jambu 4th. Bobby 5th, Potters 6th, Ace Killer 7th, Brinky in 8th. Oh, he's on an out lap, so that's not a hot lap. LVO Tricks, he's still on a hot lap. No, not. Oh yeah, he could be. Does makes up a position into 7th, pushes Ace Killer down another spot. Brinky 9th, then G Marge 10th, Baz in 11th, Purzel 12th, V-Show in 13th, Fat Pickles in 14th. That is your lineup for tonight's race. Let's hope everyone gets on alright through turns 1 and 2. A little bit tight off camber as well. Fat Pickles trying to take out a set of, oh, he's taken out a set of rears before the end. V-Show trying. You need it all the way up into 6th gear, V-Show. All the way up into 6th gear and slide in sideways. Backwards and stuff. Because your car's doing nothing with those rears. Need them spinning at 160 miles an hour, but going nowhere. Sure, it was a clean race last time we were on, so I don't. It's not got to be any. There's people flying everywhere. Brinky's doing donuts. Bobby's already finished the tyres off. He's got nothing else to do now. So we'll just wait for this race to start. Tricks drifting it in. Some nice donut marks hanging around Baz. Someone's giving it a good old go. Okay, 2 minutes given. All right. Blinky's picked up damage. That won't matter though. It'll reset at the start of the race. Maniacs. Purzel's gone for a peaceful little cruise. Everyone piled up in this corner, look. Apart from Potter and So, race assignment, boys. Lock off row 1 of the grid. Gecko Racer and Dynamic Styles first and second. And then Jambu third alongside Bobby. LVO Tricks. Oh no, that's not going to be the grid order, is it? Because people have left and come back and all sorts. Philo's not even in there. Potter's not in there. Oh my god, someone's just come through like a torpedo. It's LVO. Finished his tyres off good and proper. Ricky's done his car in good and proper. That's the end of his playtime. There's V-Show just going drifting through screen. Purcell's still on a pleasure cruise at the minute, just taking in the views. Getting harassed by V-Show and Ace Killer. Pot goes flying through. A few practice starts happening now. Everyone getting a little bit serious now they've seen Potter come out on track. They know the race is just about to get underway. There you go. So tyre wear at times 5, fuel depletion at times 3. Laps here then at Red Bull Ring. Revs are up then, we wait for these lights to drop. And they're off. It's not a great start from Bobby. Doesn't do too bad though, the power kicking in now. RAA Philo though scoops his way into first position. Through he goes through turn 1. Oh, Bobby comes firing through. Gecko Racers run wide through there as well. Ultimate Pot is off track. No damage, maybe just getting a little bit squirrely. I'm not sure if we've got contact. He's back on track now though. I don't think anyone's picked up damage. So Philo then up into first position, second lead as he storms off through turn 2. Bobby into second as well. He's now got 1.3 over Gecko Racer. He's under pressure from Ace Killer. There's drivers all over the place. LVO Tricks. Oh, Ace Killer's got it all wrong through turn 3. Drives himself off track. Gets himself back on. A little bit tricky to get back on track there. Ah, that's it. Picked up damage. Someone else got caught up in that as well. Who was that? Was it Purcell? I'm not sure. Potter's managed to get through there with no damage. Saw G Marge run alongside him. Looks like everyone's managed to escape that apart from Ace Killer. Front end damage, transmission damage. That's a trip to the pits for him. Damage is on heavy in these lobbies. Right, back to the racing. Coming through then, finishing lap 1. Philo still leading. Bobby hot on his tail though. These two putting a bit more time over Gecko Racer. 1.7 seconds. Dynamic Styles now in his slipstream as they head through turn 1. On straight to try and gain as well down here. Tricks then V-Show, Jambu all pretty close together. Ricky trying to close up on that. Baz right on his tail alongside Fat Pickles as well. G Marge and Potter McPot. Maybe Purcell did get caught up in that. He's a little bit far down, 3.8 seconds. Ace Killer in the pits getting his repairs now. Bobby then gets past Philo down the long run into turn 3. Philo's all over the back of him though. Let's have a bit of that view. Tiny bit of a nudge-a-thon from Philo on Bob then. Bob doing well to keep it on track through there. Just see Gecko Racer and Dynamic Styles in the background, trying to close him down. Oh, we're going to see Philo and Bob work together to escape. Philo running a little bit wide, gives Bob a tiny bit of breathing room of this start-finish straight into lap 3 then. Bob exploring that track limit, trying to get the better run out of turn 1. Not too bad, you've got to be careful. Again, those great big yellow curves can catch you out. Bobby doing well though. Philo starting to close back up as they head into turn 2. See Gecko Racer and Dynamic Styles have closed that gap up. Was 1.6 last time we saw, it's now 1.3, so maybe the little battle up front slowing them down a tiny bit, allowing these two to close back up. Heading into turn 3 then. So we saw Ace Killer get it wrong. LVO Tricks into 5th, 1.4 back. He's now a little bit adrift of V-Show in 6th and Jambu 7th. Again, a little bit of a gap then back to Brinky in 8th. Baz 9th, Fat Pickles in 10th, Potter McPot up to 11th, so slowly but surely making his way back through the field. He's 8.9 seconds off of race lead currently. We'll see if he can get anywhere with that. G Marge in 12th, half a second back from Potter. Tail end of that pack as well. We just see Fat Pickles having a go at Baz up the hill. Into turn 1 they go. Oh, almost got his nose up the inside, but Baz able to run it, keep the speed up, and that's unfortunately that slowed Fat Pickles down and brought Potter McPot back into the frame. Potter McPot going for another position here around the outside of Fat Pickles into turn 2. G Marge trying to follow him through as well. Worked out now. Fat Pickles then pushes himself down to 11th, Potter McPot 10th, G Marge 12th, Herzl 13th, Ace Killer 14th. How does he? 38.7 seconds back, 51 seconds from race leader. Yeah, a lot of work to do then for Ace Killer. Whoa! Sideways through there. Blowing through a set of tyres, he won't really be caring. Philo though back into the lead. The Race Asylum drivers all close back up then, so Philo leading, Bobby 2nd, Gecko Racer 3rd, Dynamic Styles 4th, all within 1.8 seconds of each other. Oh, a bit sideways for Dynamic there, keeps it in a straight line but loses a bit of time to the top 3. LVO Tricks closing up on him as well, just 1.2 seconds back in 5th. Again, I think LVO might be another Race Asylum driver, not 100%. Top 5 then, 4 seconds adrift from Jambu. V-Show all over the back of him, looking up the inside. It's on the outside into turn 2 though. Oh, tiny bit of contact, leaves him plenty of room on the exit. Jambu carrying the speed through the first part of that. V-Show coming back at him down towards turn 3. Jambu's still got the inside line here. Brinky gets himself into the back end of V-Show as well there, so now gets a tow. Jambu holding on to that 6th then. Let's just move ourselves back down the field a little bit. Potter McPot then. Oh, where is he? Oh, he has got himself up into 9th, just gets himself past Baz there as well. And now 2.5 seconds back from 8th position. Oh, V-Show, where's V-Show? V-Show's on the grass. Oh, he's got wide through the penultimate turn as well. Gets himself back in the fight though, right behind Potter. Potter makes another position up. V-Show, I think he got it wrong just on the exit of turn 5. Wobbled him out a little bit. He's not got any damage, so I think just wobbled him out a little bit. He ended up on the grass, managed to keep it pointing in a straight line, but now under pressure from Baz for that 9th. Baz has got it as well. He's got the inside line into turn 2. Goes then. V-Show losing another position down to 10th. He's got Fat Pickles and G Marge just in the background. Purzel as well, slowly closing up on these lot. He's having to go back at Baz for that position. Ooh, a little bit wavy from Fat Pickles. Keeps control of it though. Yeah, and there's Purzel just in the background of this fight. But back up front, Philo, Bobby, Gecko Racer, Gr3 has now made the pass on Dynamic Styles. So up into 4th then for Gr3. Yeah, I have just seen Dynamic Styles make a tiny little mistake here or there. He's given Gr3 the chance to close up, get that position, and now he's, what is he? 1.3 back from Gecko. Just out of the slipstream. Interesting to see whether Dynamic Styles and Gr3 work together or battle it out. Don't want to lose the top 3. So we're pretty much halfway through race 1 then. 7 laps into 15. Chapman holding 6th, Brinky up into 7th, Potomac Pot 8th, then not that far back, just 2.2 seconds back from Brinky. Baz has given himself a little bit of breathing room as well there, with V-Show running himself off track. V-Show having a go at Fat Pickles, apologies, Fat Pickles having a go at V-Show into turn 3. V-Show taking the wide line through there, Fat Pickles getting the power down, but nowhere to go through turn 4. V-Show holds it then. Fat Pickles looking for another way through then. Let's get ourselves on with Fat Pickles on the hunt. Long start finish straight to have a go at V-Show here. He's right in the slipstream as well. Can he sling one up the inside into turn 1? No, he backs off. Might have a go into turn 2 if he can get the speed on the run out. Oh, wavy on the way out again for Fat Pickles. Loses that time on V-Show. Baz has picked up a penalty in front, so that's going to allow these two to close up. Fat Pickles just caught a little bit of that curb through turn 1. Sent him a little bit squiffy. Still losing a little bit more time to V-Show, under pressure from Purzel now as well with that little mistake. Purzel's made up a position. Who else? G Marge. Oh, G Marge has been in the pits. Fresh set of softs on board for you. So, race of Silent Boys still neck and neck. Philo, Bobby, Gecko Racer. There they are. Let's get ourselves on with this fight. See how they get on through here. All pretty close. Bobby getting a little bit of toe off Philo. Gecko Racer not benefiting as much. Closes back up under braking though into turn 2. Everyone very careful through there. Maybe nobody looking for a position here. But Gr3 still slowly closing up on these. It was 1.2 I just saw, now 1.3. Still got Dynamic Styles for company as well in 5th. A little bit squirrely out there for Elvio as well. Can the 4th and 5th place drivers close up on the top 3 still? Lap 9 of 15. There they go, not that far back at all. Gecko Racer having a go at Bobby into the last but one turn. Oh, made a tiny bit of contact. Bob just runs his back end across the front end of Gecko. It's going to give Gecko a bit of a run into turn 1. There we go, Elvio Tricks and Dynamic Styles back in this fight. It's a 5-way battle then for the top. Well, it's not anymore because Philo's decided to do a little bit of a runner. He's got a second lead over Bobby. Elvio Tricks, what's happened to Gecko? Oh, you got turn 1 wrong or something. Dynamic Styles and Gecko and Elvio Tricks get past. Maybe Gecko just struggling on the tyres. Jambu just 5 seconds in the background. Brinky 2.2 back from him in the in another Porsche. And there's Potomac Pot in 8th. Oh, he's lost a bit of time. 3.2 seconds. It was 2.2, I think, or 2.3. Show back up into 9th. Baz 10th. Fat Pickles in 11th. These boys have been pretty close most of the race. Elvio, what have you just done to yourself? Elvio and Bobby have had it coming together. That's what's happened there. Elvio Tricks and Bobby. Looks like, I'm not sure whose fault it was. I would assume it's probably Elvio's as he's hanging around waiting for Bob. But that's a shame. Second and third place drivers taking themselves out. That's given Philo a great big chunk of air between himself and the next driver. 2 seconds between himself and Dynamic. Dynamic then all over the back end. Oh, sorry. I'm going to say Gecko Racer all over the back end of Dynamic Styles, but he's just gone and got the job done. Gets himself back up into second. Dynamic Styles third then. But still losing a bit more time to Philo. Dynamic in third. Jambu fourth. Everyone pretty much benefiting from that little accident. Potomac Pot, Brinky 5th, Potomac Pot in 6th. Baz 7th, V-Show 8th, Purzel 9th, Fat Pickles 10th. Bobby in 11th then, gets himself past Elvio. G Marge 13th. After his pit stop, 8 seconds back, 8.5 seconds back from Elvio still. Ace Killer picking up damage in turn, well, I don't forget where it was, but turn 1? What's turn 1? That was that. Lost pretty much a lap to these boys. And he's just been on the hunt ever since, but fortunately 13.3 seconds back from anybody else at the minute. Philo then 2.6 seconds now. Dynamic Styles pulled himself a gap between him, Gecko Racer. Wasn't expecting it to be quite as spread out as it is tonight, to be honest. We've had a few incidents and accidents. Jambu just managing to keep it pointing in a straight line. He'll be happy with 4th if he can keep it there. Well, with Brinky 5th place currently. He's got Potomac Pot 2.3 back, so he has closed that gap down a little bit more. It was 3 points something. We'll see though, running out of laps, he's running out of tyres as well. Baz holding on to 7th, still got V-Show for company. These two have swapped positions a couple of times. Purzel 9th. He's not done too bad, managed to... was sitting at the back of the pack at the beginning of the race, but has managed to pull a few positions back up into 9th then, past Fat Pickles. Oh, Fat Pickles got a little bit of front end damage, not sure. Nothing to do with Purcell, he's clean. There's Bobby then in 11th after his coming together with Elvio. Elvio in 12th. G-Marge 13th, 8 seconds back, closing up on those two. Fresh tyres, go on G-Marge. Hunt them down. And then Ace Killer. Worn out softs, 15 seconds down in 14th. He'll just want to see this race end, I think. Just get himself on pole position if he stays there for race 2. See if that benefits him or not. Philo then holding a little bit of a penalty. Still got most of that lead, 2.4 seconds. Now, has he lost the time due to trying to lose his penalty, or has Dynamic Styles put in a couple of storming laps? 129.0, 129.5, the last two for Dynamic. Let's see what Philo's put in. Oh, 128.7 and a 129.1. Fair. Yeah, so I think it is just losing his penalty. CJ, evening brother. Yes, the wet waste. Wet waste? Sound like Bugs Bunny. No, don't. Elmer Fudd. Philo picked himself up more penalty. He's lost time, look, 2.1 seconds now to Dynamic. Dynamic come under a bit more pressure from Gecko though. Pulled away as much as he'd want. Jambu still holding that fourth, still holding plenty of time over Brinky in 5th. Has Brinky managed to fend off Potter though? Has Potter closed up? Still 2.4 back. There he is. Got himself spun off at turn 1, I think. Or was it possibly turn 2? Might have been turn 1. Lap 1. He's been fighting his way back ever since as well. 6th position at the minute. Baz 7th. Pulled a tiny bit of time over V-Show again. Again, those two have been pretty close most of the race. Purcell 9th. Fat Pickles just 1.5 seconds back from him. Pickles holding damage. Both drivers' tyres a little bit beaten up. Bobby and Elvio again just racing to the end now. Happy to see this one over, I can imagine. G-Marge is closing that gap up, but I don't think it's going to be enough before the end of the race. 6.6 seconds back from Elvio now on those fresher set of softs. But with only 1 lap remaining. Why have we got drivers parked on track? Who has parked themselves on track? It's Bobby and Elvio. Oh no. Oh, Elvio's pulled himself off track. Dropped down to 12th and 13th. Ace Killer's probably going to get that position back if LBO stays there. Yeah. There you go. Ace Killer coming through then. Almost out of fuel. Philo continues to lead though as we hit the last lap. Just drops his penalty there. Still got 1.3, 1.2 from Dynamic Styles and Gecko. Oh, Dynamic Styles almost sideways. Philo gap down to 1.1. He's only got a couple of corners left. Gecko Racer and Dynamic Styles are battling it out for this second, so that should help out Philo. These are going to be the first few drivers to cross the line as well, so Philo then still holds the second lead as they come into the final turn. Doesn't spin it up and stick it in the pit wall. He's going to come home for first. Gecko Racer having a run at Dynamic Styles as they come up to the line though, but doesn't make it. So Philo takes first, Dynamic Styles second, Gecko Racer third. Jambu's going to be fourth, Brinky's going to be fifth. Ultimate Pot lost a bit of time right at the end. Sixth position still though. R.A. Baz in 7th. V-Show dives towards the pit wall, takes 8th. Perzel 9th. Fat Pickles 10th. G-Marge does come through to take that 11th then, with Bobby and LBO Tricks having more comings together into turn 3. 11th then for G-Marge. Bobby continues to race, although LBO Tricks has pulled off, so Bobby is going to come home for 12th position. There is Ace Killer, not that far behind him actually. There's a bit of Smokey and the Bandit across the line, and I think Ace Killer's just run out of fuel as he crosses there. He takes 13th, and LBO Tricks is going to see this one out. Parked up at the barriers. Doesn't want to go and see his pit wall. Might tell him off. I don't know what's... Obviously, Bob and LVO have had a little bit of coming together. Not anything bad. No, you know, it just happens. Bob and LVO don't drive like that, so we bet not. There it is. Sneaky, sneaky Philo. Let's see what happens in the chat here. It might not even come up. It might just be DMs to each other. Sorry, Bob. Sorry, LVO. Didn't mean it, Bob. Me neither, LVO. Love you, Bob. Love you, LVO. Could be something like that. But yes, Philo taking another win then. Sneaky Philo. Yeah, Potter got caught up in some incidents. I'm not sure if that was the same incident that Ace Killer was involved in. Ace Killer ended up in a wall with all sorts of damage. Potter McPotts ended up grass tracking, trying to get himself back on, but there was a big pile of cars coming past him. So he ended up quite far back as well by the time he got himself back on track. Probably be a little bit of a break between race 1 and race 2. We're not going to dive straight into it. 22 laps for, there we go, Potter McPot giving us 10 minutes. Very generous. I'd give him 5. So yes, 22 laps for race 2. Weather was predicted earlier, somehow. Who knows? Science. That's what it is. But it is in the wet. Oosh. So wets and intermediates for race 2. I'm not giving a shout out to old Marty, or Welsh Marty over on Down for the Count Sim Racing. He's covering Pro-Ams. So if you fancy going to check the Pro-Ams, don't go and check the Pro-Ams. No offence, Marty. Love you, brother. Stay here. Then it's over on Marty's channel, Down for the Count Sim Racing on YouTube. So, in the wet, race 2, turns 1, turns 2, turns 3. Could see a bigger shuffle in positions than we've seen in race 1. I think people are already out on track. Let's go and see how slippy slidey it is. turning. It's not turning. Just want to get the power down. Great big puddles on track, you can see. So a choice of wets or intermediates for race 2. Oh, a little bit of a drift there for Jambu. See a fair bit of that. Cars wanting to take totally different lines through here then. And again, just unable to get the power down as they're coming out the turns. The wet conditions just allowing the tyres to spin up a lot more freely. Whoa. Well held again, Jambu. See how he gets on through turn 1. Turn 1 on turn 2, trickiest turns. You can hear when he runs over that curb how the revs change. When the wheels hit it, jump up and down in the air. Baz, here we go, he says. I think you're saying that sarcastically, aren't you? Don't think you're saying it enthusiastically. Ah, there we go, Jambu keeping his pointed the right way. Following him through. Why aren't you working? There we go, there's Purzel. Father and son team, Jambu and Purzel. Both rocking Berghardt livery. Photography business. Also rocking all the Team Oliver racing livery. Big shout out to Michael and Stuart over there. Show getting in turn 1. Oh, a little bit wide. You can see just trying to get the power down. It's spinning these wheels up. Yeah, you could be right there. You could be right, CJ. Great big heavyweight rear end. We'll see though. This is the alien league we're talking about. These boys can drive a flipping 2CV round here faster than you and I. So it is everything else front engine, isn't it? BMW, Lexus, Porsche, yeah, rear engine, rear wheel drive. Is that rear or mid? The yeah, it's mid. Yeah, that might be alright. Might do alright. Might try and kill him. It might be alright. Oh, Bob's in the where's Bob? Bob's in the stupid Ford. That's rear engine, isn't it? That'll try and kill him. He's not on track at the minute. Yeah, we'll see how the Porsches get on. I'll take a GT3, they can take N300s. Yeah, you're no slouch behind the wheel, CJ, so, you know. I think you ducked out of this before you got promoted to pros, didn't you? Huh? Jambu, sideways again. Tyre wear shouldn't be an issue. They might see a little bit by the end, but getting in these wet conditions, I should keep the tyres nice and cool. Yeah, correct. The GT40 is a death machine waiting to happen. Who was it trying to drive it a couple of seasons ago? Darren Davidson. I can't remember his gamer tag, but yeah, he tried to drive it a couple of seasons ago and it tried to kill him, I think, every race. Yeah, I thought so, yeah. One Pro-Am then bounced, yeah. Then step it up. That's somebody going sideways into turn 1. Yes, I believe it was. Who was it? Come on, own up. It's Bob. See how he gets on then. Obviously not very well through turn 1. Oh, he's in ghost mode. He's going to get through there cleanly, and of course he is. Great big lump of a car. Girders and train rails that thing's made of. Look at the puddles, look. Even on the slopes. The physics, I love it. That's enough of you, Bob. If you're not going to drive properly, I'm not going to watch you. See if Bottom Pot throws it sideways. Oh, he's pulled over. A couple of practice starts, and we'll see race 2 get underway. Again, 22 laps in the wet. Minutes then, people, maybe a minute or so. So it's going to actually be LVO Tricks that's on pole position then. Mate, I'm telling you, you'll be glad you weren't there for the truck racing. It was insane. Jambu's getting impatient. He wants to get it on. Obviously he's liking the way his Porsche's feeling. That's not Jambu we're looking at, it's Brinky. There's Jambu. Potter giving the ready signal. Here we go then. Open my fizzy pop. So LVO on pole then, Ace Killer second, Bobby third, G Marge in fourth. How they're going to get on into turn 1? Well, let's wait and see. Bobby is stuck on the grid. Got a few drivers. I think we're going to go for a restart. There you go, restart being called. Did we miss Baz? Did we forget Baz on the grid? What happened, Baz? Sorry, I went for a beer. I don't know whether that's an excuse or not, Baz. Or punishable. Just kept your mouth shut. Caused a restart just for alcohol. Amazing. A few more minutes then, peeps. Yeah, deafening when they come out of the pits. Ah, it's better. I don't think you got to put them by set by host Potter. Can't you just do it by results from last race? Or reverse grid from last race? Won't that work? Going for a drift. That's trying to hide after having to cause a restart by fetching alcohol. Gear start there for LVO. Is that going to work? We'll see. G-Mar's not messing about. Bound to get it wrong at some point and then put it in the wall. Almost in the sand, almost in the sand. Do like his rear spoiler though. Drift points, people, drift points. Yeah, look, second gear starts from LVO. Throttling nicely, a little bit of wheel spin. There we go then, we're going to try again for race 2. Hopefully. We all get away. Bob was stuck on the grid though. As he was trying to tell everyone about Baz, I don't know. Can Ace Killer get a good start? Get himself up the inside of LVO Tricks into turn 1. Is LVO's second gear start going to work? It's not done him too bad. Bob's had a good start as well. He's moving up alongside Ace Killer for that second position. Ace Killer's just about, no he's not. He's had to back off and allow Bob to hold that position. Now he's already got past LVO Tricks as well, so Bobby's scooped up first. Ace Killer comes back at Elvio as well, retakes second position, Elvio third. Everyone else getting through turn one cleanly as well by the looks of it. Perzel into fourth, Visho fifth. Someone's driven wide there, Philo sixth, side by side with G Marge in seventh. Eighth is Baz. Pot in ninth, Jambu in 10th, Brinky 11th, Dynamic Stars in 12th, Fat Pickles 13th, Gecko Racer 14th. Gecko just getting himself up the inside of Fat Pickles. Oh, Brinky's off, someone's backwards. It's Bobby from the lead of the race. He's ended up at the back of the pack. It's 2 races for Bob. Has he picked up any damage through there? Where is he? Oh, I think Bob's left the lobby. Yeah, there you go. Not happy then. Ace Killer then takes the lead. 0.3 of a second over LVO. BMW versus Nissan. Both drivers just struggling to get the power down. Doing a slightly better job than LVO, keeps himself out of the danger zone into turn one. Cleanly through there, LVO tricks as well, cleanly through. Perzel into third position though, Philo. Race winner from race one into fourth already, had a great start. Visho into fifth. Baz sixth, Potomac Pot seventh, having a go at Baz though into turn two, trying to drive around the outside of him. Philo scoops through to take third. Perzel leaving the door wide open. Oh, G Marge just going backwards. Where have you gone, G Marge? A little bit of front end damage, getting the power down. Wheels spinning up. Yeah, not sure if there was contact, but got a little bit of front end damage with that contact into the wall. Again, I'm not sure if he was tapped in the rear just coming out of turn two. There's no damage on the end, but it doesn't have to show damage to be enough to spin you up. A lot of work to do for G Marge. Luckily it's get away without a trip to the pits here, I think. Just got to keep it on track and hope that everyone else puts it in the wall at some point. So Ace Killer still leading then, just about half a second from LVO. Philo then in that third position already from the back of the pack. Just 2.2 seconds back from LVO, only 2.7 back from race lead. On a charge then early on in race two, Philo. Perzel fourth, Visho fifth, Baz sixth, Potter seventh. All close together, these four. Ultimate Pot again looking to run around the outside of Baz there as they run back up the hill towards turn two. Can he outbrake Baz? Cuts across the front of him. He can. Oh, doesn't want to carry too much speed. Oh, Baz has spun the rears up though on the exit. He's given Potomac Pot enough breathing room to get himself away from Baz. On the hunt for fifth now. It's got Perzel and Visho just in front. Visho goes a little bit defensive. Baz tries to come back up the inside. That was going to end badly if he did that. Perzel then still defending from Potter. Gecko Racer also scooping a couple of positions up into 8th position. Brinky then 9th, Jambu 10th, Fat Pickles 11th, Dynamic Styles 12th. G Marge in that 13th position then after damage. Getting spun up at turn two. Ace Killer then holding on to race lead. Well, seeing a little bit of wear showing up on the wets. Himself over to the centre of the racetrack to try and drop the toe of from LVO behind. Still just 0.3 of a second back. Philo's dropped a little bit further back as well, 3.3 seconds. slowly brings him back into the hands of Visho. Potter also managing to make up another position. He's got himself past Baz. Now he's looking to have a go at Visho for 4th. He's up the outside. Potter having a storming first bit of this race as well. 4th then for Potter. A little bit sideways on the exit. Now he's on the hunt for Philo in front. 1.9 seconds. Again, Philo's been losing a bit of time to the drivers in front. So he's struggling to get the power down in that great big heavy thing. Or is Potter McPot actually just able to close the gap up? LVO Tricks though have missed the race lead. LVO's taken that position off of Ace Killer into turn 3. Now, can LVO Trick start making a break? 0.7 of a second over Ace Killer at the minute. Again, Philo now 2.7 seconds back. Potter McPot also closing up as well, 1.6 seconds back. Show just been overtaken by Potter, 1.3 seconds back in 5th. Baz another 1.3 back in 6th. Jambu just a second back in 7th. He's got Brunky and Purzel now battling it out for 8th. Side by side the two Porsches as they run up towards turn 1. Purzel's got it though, he's took the inside line. Ricky runs wide, Gecko Racer slots himself through then. Oh, Purzel's not managed to get the power down either, so Gecko Racer grabs 2 positions there in one corner. Then to 8th then for Gecko, Purzel 9th, Ricky 10th. Fat Pickles in 11th, Dynamic Styles 12th. Struggling a little bit here, Dynamic in the wet. G Marge after a little bit of an incident early on in 13th. 7.6 seconds down, and unfortunately we've lost RAA Bobby already. So LVO just crept that gap up to about a second from Ace Killer. Pulled more time over Philo. Philo's lost some time because that's brought Potter right into the mix, just a second back for Potter. That's the wrong button. Closing the time as well. I did say found a nice new wet setup. Was that yours, CJ? I think from a couple of years ago, a couple of seasons ago. I think these boys have all stolen it in the BMW M3s tonight. Short shifting for Potter, closing that gap up again on Philo. How much he's able to close up on him through there. Can he get the move into turn 2? Is Philo just going to give it up? Oh, Potter trying to go up the inside. He's got the nose. Philo just manages to get the power down a little bit earlier than Potter. A little bit easier than Potter. Potter going to have another go into turn 3, he is. They're going to run it side by side through here again. No. Philo tries to get one back up the inside, but Potter's going to hold the line down into turn 4. So Potter into 3rd position. Can he hunt down the top 2? Still plenty of laps left. He's going to want to try and drop Philo though as soon as possible. He's doing it slowly but surely. Half a second. You can see that. Closing up again on the braking. Great big heavy American chunk slowly getting smaller every time Potter pulls away. Potter has now got, well, he's just taken fastest lap of the race, a 1:38.7. Now got 3.2 seconds to try and close up on Ace Killer. 5.2 to try and close up on Elvio. So Elvio has pulled more time over Ace Killer. 2.3 seconds. Nissan setup working well here tonight. Oh, was it an M6 setup? Potter nicked it as well in the M3. Potter is closing up on Ace Killer though. 1.8 seconds that gap at. There is Potter. Philo now 1.7 seconds back from Potter. Positions in the background, Jambu and Baz, 2 Porsches. Jambu holding 5th for now, Baz holding 6th, Visho in 7th. Gecko Racer still in 8th position, not managed to make up any more positions just yet. In the background in 9th, having a good old battle with Brinky as well. Another 2 Porsches battling it out for positions. Brinky closing up on Purcell again through there. Getting a good run on the exit here as well. Fat Pickle's not close enough to be a threat. Moves up the inside into turn 1. Purcell gives him plenty of room, if a little bit too much room, and that's given Fat Pickles a great big wide open door to try and have a go at him. So Brinky gets himself through to 9th, then Purcell in 10th, but can he hold that one? Fat Pickles having a real good go at him. Got the inside line, who's going to win on the brakes? Purcell just closes back up on Brinky as well, but Brinky gets the power down now, pulls away again. Safely into 9th then for Brinky. Purcell also pulled a little bit of time between himself and Fat Pickles. Drifted through there though for Purcell. That's allowed Fat Pickles to close back up. Dynamic Styles still 3.4 seconds back in at 12th. G-Marge 8.5 seconds back. Getting it a little bit wrong through turn 1, turn 2. They both look the same. Elvio tricks now, look, 5.5 second lead. Minus that second just there because he's got to take that off. Potter McPot though has closed that gap right up on Ace Killer. Got himself past Ace Killer. Looks like he's struggling a little bit. 1.3 back from Potter. He's only 1.7 seconds in front of Philo. Can he hold on to this final podium position? Viper closing up on Ace Killer. Spinning the rears up on the exit. Still keeps a little bit of time from Philo though. Jambu holds that 5th in the background. Baz 6th still. Gecko Racer then got himself past Visho into 7th. Struggled around at the back of the pack for a fair old while after everyone else managed to get a good old run through the pack. Visho holding 8th. Brinky's got himself past Purcell. Not sure whether Purcell looks like he's had a little bit of a mistake somewhere. Fat Pickles then 11th position. Still holding that 3.4 seconds over Dynamic. G-Marge unfortunately lost a bit more time now, 10.2 seconds down. Ace Killer in the pits this lap. Where's he gone? Where's he gone? So it drops down a few positions. Lap 9 of 22. It will be lap 10 when he comes out. Brinky also in the pits this lap. Are they going to stick on another set of wets? I don't know whether they've got to stick on wets and inters or just hold it on wets. LBO tricks then, gap down to 4.2 seconds. Potter's wet setup is definitely working. Pulling more time over Philo as well, 4.5 seconds. Jambu now only 1.7 seconds back from him. A little bit slow on the gas through there. Now it's Fat Pickles to close up again. Drifting through turn 4 for Purcell. A little bit of wear on. Well, he's on the intermediates actually. Fat Pickles closing that gap up then. Just 0.7 of a second in it. Dynamic Styles still 3 seconds back. Potter Pot comes in the pits from second. Dropping down the order then. LVO Tricks gives himself 9.5 second lead. Still got a pit yet though. Almost out of fuel. Again, same for Philo. He's got a pit, take on board fuel. Into second though. But Jambu all over the back of him. What is he? Just half a second back as they run it to turn 2. Closing up again. Oh, a tiny bit of contact. Little love tap. Just let Philo know that Jambu's there. Don't forget about me. Oh yeah, says Philo. Again, both drivers are going to have to come in the pits. Battling it out for position. Oh, again, tiny bit of contact between Jambu and Philo. Philo struggling to get the power down. Jambu struggling to get the thing stopped. Decides not to shove it into Philo this corner. Whoa. Again, all these drivers just struggling to get the power down on the rears. A little bit of wear on these wets, causing enough issues alongside the puddles. Are we going to see Philo and Jambu pit this lap? I think Jambu's going to come in. He's not going to be able to do another lap on that fuel. Whereas Philo thinks he can. We'll see LVO Tricks pits this lap as well. So that puts Philo into race lead. Again, he's still got a pit. Short shifting at the minute. Shifted about halfway up the rev range, just trying to keep the revs down, not trying to use all that fuel on this lap. A lot of drivers in. Gecko Racer, Purcell, Fat Pickles, Jambu, LVO Tricks. G Marge comes in as well. Potter Pot back out into second. 32.8 seconds down from Philo. Okay, so LVO Tricks just been released from the pits then. He does retake second position from Potter. 7.1 seconds behind at the minute. Time is coming down though. We know Potter's wet setup is working well on the intermediates as well for Potter. So yeah, having to use both compounds, the wets and the inters. Might change things up a little bit. Philo then into the pits this lap, losing time, 28 seconds behind LVO. In he comes then. Can he get himself back out in front of LVO and Potter? There goes LVO, there goes Potter, just 4.4 seconds back. Filo's not even in his pit box yet. Here he comes. He's got to take on board fuel and tyres. So that just means that LVO and Potter have crossed the line. That doesn't mean they've taken the position. But Filo not being released from his pit box yet. LVO's going to get him. Potter's going to get him. There he is, just running up the pit entrance, pit exit there. Is Ace Killer going to carry the speed through? He drifts it on the way out. Side by side with Filo on the run up towards turn 2 here. Filo's going to hold the inside line. Ace Killer is not going to let this go lightly though. He's out-braked Filo into turn 2. Takes that 3rd position, then Filo takes 4th. Jambu 5th, still just a second back from Filo, so still in with a shout of a podium position here for Jambu, as is Gr3 Racer, 6th position, 2.8 seconds back. Baz in 7 seconds back. He's got a great big pile of cars hunting him down. He's got Vicho in the Mercedes in 8th, Fat Pickles in the Lexus in 9th, he's got Brinky in 10th, Purcell just in the background in 11th, Dynamic Stars in 12th. G Marge back out of the pits now, 19 seconds down unfortunately. So you might just see G Marge start Driftertronic in at some point. LVO Tricks then still leading, but gap coming down, 3.6 seconds between himself and Potter. What a setup, working well in Potter's favour at the minute. Ace Killer still holding that 3rd, pulling a tiny bit of time over Filo. Filo's got a mirror full of Jambu to worry about as well. Jambu would love a position off of Filo, that's for sure. Who wouldn't? Filo being one of the aliens of the pack. Closes up down towards turn 2. Are we going to see Jambu have a go here? Just lets it coast on the way in. Gives Filo plenty of room. We can get the power down then on the exit. Filo just... Jambu's going to keep his nose alongside Filo though. Can he get it chucked up the inside here at turn 3? Through he goes again. Filo's going to try and get one back up. So Jambu up into 4th, then Filo 5th. Jambu not that far back from Ace Killer either, just half a second. Plenty to worry about for Jambu then. Drivers just in front, drivers just behind. Ace Killer's BMW looking a little bit loose through there. I imagine he's probably stuck the intermediates on, not quite used to those as he is the wets. But holding 3rd. A few laps remaining. Himself out of danger from Jambu, and Filo still not able to get that position back yet. Closes up very slowly up towards turn 1. I don't think he's going to be in a position to make the move. No, he's not. All over the back end of the Porsche though. Porsche just able to get the power down again on the exit. CJ being right. Oh, there you go. Just drags it past Ace Killer, as does Filo. Ace Killer getting turn 1 wrong then. Goes from podium position to 5th. Filo also looking for that podium position. Jambu holds it. Filo goes sideways. Keeps it pointing straight, but loses time to Jambu. Ace Killer comes back into that fight. We've got Gr3 Racer closing up on these guys behind as well. Alright, let's have a look what's happening up front between Potter and LVO. Gap coming down ever so slightly again. LVO 3.2 seconds between himself and Potter. Potter just struggling a little bit with the inters as well, maybe. Inters on for LVO too. Gap down to 3 seconds then. Just coming through to end lap 15, start lap 16. another 10th. That gap coming down every lap, every corner. Potter could be in with a shout of the win here if he keeps it consistent. Jambu then holding that 3rd position. Philo 4th, Ace Killer 5th. He'll be disappointed with himself. Still, he's right on the tail of Philo. He has got a Gecko Racer just 1.5 seconds back as well to worry about. Big old M6 of Gecko Racer. Not able to close that gap up yet. Baz then 7th in the Porsche. Having a battle of his own at the minute. Visho 4.4 seconds back. Herzl holding 9th, 2.1 back from Visho. He has got Dynamic Styles, Fat Pickles battling it out with him. Dynamic Styles up to 10th on the lineup now. It's rolling around at 13th early on. Fat Pickles in 11th then. G-Marge 12th. Brinky in 13th. What's happened to you, Brinky? Been in the pits. Have you picked up damage? Very big penalty. Maybe struggling with the inters as well. So it is coming down. Average just creep itself back up to 2.9 seconds there, but I did just see it at 2.6 when we flicked over to Elvio just then. Maybe slightly better through a couple of turns. Potter able to get it back on a couple of other turns. So the gap at 2.8 between himself and Elvio. Purple sectors again for Potter. Oh. Dips 2 wheels on the grass, does Potter, trying to get the power down. That's going to lose him a lot of time to Elvio. Just from the exit of turn 2 there. Yeah, the gap stretches to 3.4. Jambu then 3rd, 4.6 back from Potter. 2.6 seconds back from Ace Killer, who has got himself back past Philo. Philo again under pressure here from Gecko Racer. Everyone's struggling to get the power down in these heavy rear wheel drives. You can see everyone a little bit twitchy through these turns. Oh, Ace Killer sideways. And again. Oh, and as it's Philo. Side by side with Ace Killer as they run into the second but last turn. Ace Killer, does he hold on to it? Does he run himself wide? Just about keeps it on track. Chucks it into the final turn though. He's now got a Philo and a Gecko Racer all over the back of him. On board with Gecko then, looking forward at Philo and Ace Killer. Sliding through there again for Ace Killer. Oh, and again on the exit. Oh, he's on the grass. Loses 2 positions, unfortunately. He's out of danger from losing another. R.A. Baz a few seconds back. Can Ace Killer close back up? There it is. About a second back. Needs to close up a little bit more. He will get a tow. Philo giving Gecko Racer a tow, so that might just benefit him against his in the fight against Ace Killer. Again, you never know what will happen here. So Elvio had that gap stretch out with Potter's tiny little mistake, but Potter is chopping little chunks out of it every now and then. Jambu still 4.6 seconds back. Could be well on for a podium here. Lap 18 just about to come to an end. Lap 19 about to start. Jambu holding that third. And 5.2 seconds over Philo in fourth. Gecko Racer all over the back of him. Ace Killer trying to keep himself in check, just a second back still. Closes up through there though. Again, Gecko Racer and Philo battle might just be slowing them down a little bit. Philo going massively defensive, then Gecko Racer trying to run him around the outside into turn 2. Brings Ace Killer back into the fight, that's for sure. Just half a second back off of Gecko now. We saw him bung it past these two early on. Well, not Gecko Racer, it's Philo and Jambu, I think. Squirrely from Ace Killer, keeps himself pointed in a straight line, loses about a tenth of those two. Baz all on his own then in 7th, 5.7 seconds in front to Ace Killer, 6.9 seconds back to Visho in 8th. Dynamic Styles made up a position again up into 9th. 2 seconds back for Visho, another 2 seconds back is Perzel. Still being chased down by Fat Pickles Bro in 11th. Less than a second between these two as well. He can keep himself in check. He can have a go up the start finish straight. G-Marge then 19 seconds back from Fat Pickles in 12th. He's still got 12.2 seconds back to Brinky in 13th. Let's see. Fat Pickles. Oh, Perzel spun it up at the final turn. Put it on the grass and put it in the wall. He's got front end damage. Oh, Fat Pickles comes through to take 10th then. Perzel, no. He won't be happy with that. He won't be happy with that one bit. Now, the question is that going to cost him position here to G-Marge? A little bit of damage. Depends if G-Marge decides to drive that car properly or not. 12.3 back. And closing as well. He's probably seen that gap come down and thought, oh, well, we'll have some of that. 12 seconds. He's only got a couple of laps to do it in, so again, he might have left it a little too late. LVO Tricks has also held a fair old chunk of time over Potter, 3.6 seconds. And Jambu unable to close that gap up in 3rd either, so again, if he holds his nerve, could be on for podium position here for Jambu. Philo then still holding 4th, Gecko Racer 5th, right on his tail. Ace Killer's lost a little bit more time, yeah, he's struggling to get the power down. 6th position, 2.6 seconds down. He's giving Baz someone to chase as well. 3.2 seconds in front is Ace Killer. Again, only 2 laps remaining. Anything's possible, as I say. Dynamic Styles 8th then. Fat Pickles all over the back of him for 9th. Drifting the Lexus through turn 1. As the Lexus got the legs on the Aston. Not quite. Oh, everybody's so tentative on getting the gas down out of turn 2. See Dynamic Styles able to get the power down, pulls away from Fat Pickles. Right, let's not miss final lap of the race from the race leader, LVO. Ultimate Pot loses a little bit more time to him. Keeps himself well out of danger of Jambu at the minute. Final lap it is then. There is Potter just coming through the start-finish line. In the background, 4.6 seconds down off of this man, Elvio. Started on pole. He cheated by having a second gear start. Cheat. Oh, he's going for fastest lap of the race as well. 1,000th of a second up on this one. Jambu currently holding that one, 38.2. Don't run out of fuel, Elvio, and don't put it in the wall. 5.2 seconds over Potter now. Same thing for Potter. He's lost a little bit more time to Jambu. Jambu's a lot closer to him, actually. Only a couple of corners to go. Potter can afford to take it a tiny bit easy. Same for Jambu. He's well ahead of Philo. Gr3 has got it all wrong, though. He's dropped himself all the way down to 7th. Ace Killer's got himself back up to 5th with that departure. Back on with LVO Tricks then, down towards the final turn. 5.3, 5.4 seconds. Time just stretching as he comes up to the line. Oh, a little bit of drifty Tron out of final turn. He does take the win though. 6 seconds over Potter as Potter comes across the line. Second position for Potter. Third place for Jambu. He'll be very happy with that. Podium position for him. Philo takes 4th. Struggled tonight in the... what's that damn thing called again? Ace Killer taking 5th. Baz 6th. There is Gr3 taking 7th. Viper, that's what it's called. Of course it is. Dynamic Styles then going to come home for 8th position. Fat Pickles did close back up on him by the end, but not enough to get that position back. So 9th for Fat Pickles. Bisho through that final turn. Going for the Driftertron as well. Don't put it in the wall before you finish, mate. Bam! There you go. 10th then for Visho. Percival takes 11th. G Marge is going to come home for 12th. We just wait for Brinky. Last couple of corners. Unfortunately, yeah, we lost Bobby. Was leading the race and then ended up not leading the race. Go on, Brinks. Oh, I flopped it. Flopped it. If you'd held that, mate, you'd have got 11 style points out of 10. There it is then. Takes that 13th position. Yeah, we lost our AA Bobby from that one. He got tangled up in race 1 as well, so I'm sure his night's not been the best. But yes, nice win for LVO Tricks. All this cheating second gear start. Not sure about that. I think we should have an investigation into that. Should be illegal. Dangly Balls has joined the room. How you doing, Dangly? So we don't have to see one of your liveries for a while. So that's that then. Round 6 of Team Oliver Racing's Gr3 League. I believe there's a mid-season break next week, so no Wednesday League next week. Don't quote me on that. You'll see it on the page. I'll let you know in the other streams, etc, etc, when I know, but I'm sure there's a break next week. Anyway, what else we've got coming up? 8 o'clock tomorrow night, we've got the Race Asylum boys, who you've been watching here, versus the GTHR boys, who you've probably seen before on this channel. The channel. That's not what it... Yeah. Them ones. GTHR boys versus Race Asylum. That's at 8 o'clock tomorrow. 2 races. 1 track and car picked by the Race Asylum boys. 1 track and car picked by the GTHR boys. So that's at 8 o'clock. Come and check that out. Friday night, 9 o'clock, back with GTTCC. I still haven't got last week caught up with yet. I will try and get it done, but I'm not promising anything. But yes, Friday night, 9 o'clock, back with next rounds of the GTTCC. I don't know where they are. I couldn't tell you which rounds either. 12 and 13, is it? Is it? Was it 11 and 12? I don't know. Who knows? And then back Monday for the Chewett Racing Mini Cooper Cup. 8:30. No problem, Potter McPot. No problemo. So yeah, tomorrow night, 8 o'clock for the team versus team between Race Asylum and the GTHR boys. 9 o'clock for the GTTCC by MRC. Monday night, 8:30 for the Chewett Racing Mini Cooper Cup, hosted by Tanso. And then, yes, I think there's a break next week in this. So, might be 2 weeks. I could be lying. We have just had a break, but that's due to holidays and stuff. But we'll see. We'll see. There might be another break. I'll let you lot know. Other than that, that's pretty much going to be it. I hope you like what you've watched. Thanks for stopping by, saying hello. If you want to help my channel out, people chucking themselves out of the room. If you want to help my channel out, there's a couple of ways you can do it. buymeacoffee.com/darksmoker for a little donation on there if you want. Or if you want something for your money, get a pair of stickers for about the same price, £3. Free postage. And you get both of them stickers. Or if you want a t-shirt, £22 plus free postage and one free sticker of your choice. Right, that's going to be it. I hope you like what you watched. If you have, like, comment, subscribe. Tell your mates, tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.